Oh my gosh, is the market going to crash in 2021? I don't know, but what I do know is what's being forecasted, and I'm going to share that information with you today. Let's get started. 2020 has been a crazy real estate market, and it has brought about so many bidding wars. And if there are two words that buyers hate to hear right now, it's that, bidding wars. They are so sick and tired of hearing about it. So what's going to happen in 2021? Is it finally be the time for a buyer to get a house in Bergen County? Is it still a good time to sell? So I'm going to go into that today. Hi, I'm Jackie Baker, a local realtor with Coldwell Banker Realty. Thank you so much for joining my channel today. I so appreciate you being here. If you'd like to hear about all things real estate and all things about Bergen County, make sure you hit the subscribe button and that notification bell. I post videos here every week. And also, while you're at it, could you do me a huge favor and also hit that like button? The real estate market in 2020, as I said, it's insane. It's insane. I've never seen anything like this, and I'm sure I could speak for a ton of realtors out there. They say the same thing. We've never seen anything like this. It's crazy. So what in the heck is going on here? Well, my friends, it's basic economics 101, supply and demand. A lot of crazy things happened this year that contributed to what the market is today. So I'm going to go into a little bit of what happened and what's being forecasted for 2021 for buyers and sellers. Before the pandemic hit, Bergen County and New Jersey as a whole was slated to have like the best year ever in real estate. It was forecasted that New Jersey was going to achieve the highest number of home sales since 2008. No joke, it was already gearing up for a great year. But then COVID came and the state shut down. So there's a little bit of panic, like, oh my God, what's going to happen with the real estate market? Well, going into the market, we already had a huge buyer pool, and what contributed to that buyer pool was millennials. Millennials are now at the age where they are ready to settle down, have a family, and buy a home. So that was predicted to be the biggest number of buyers. Well, here in New Jersey, what we weren't expecting after the pandemic, once things started opening up, what we weren't expecting was urban flight. Yes, all the New York City dwellers who were getting out of New York City because of the pandemic. So let's add to the millennial pool and also the other buyers who are out there ready to make a home purchase. Let's add the city dwellers into that pool, and then let's throw in low interest rates. Okay, so then that brings more people out to say, hey, I want to jump on these low interest rates. And then let's mix that together with low inventory. And what do we get? Bidding wars and super inflated prices. This has caused so much frustration among buyers, and believe me, I have several buyers I'm working with right now. I feel for them. They're so frustrated. I'm frustrated. I'm getting sick and tired of the whole thing. I mean, every time we walk into a situation where they want to put an offer in, I can already tell it's going to be a bidding war. It's tough, and I'm really frustrated for them. Just to give you an idea of what home prices have done in 2020. So let's compare. We go to third quarter of 2019 compared to third quarter of this year, 2020. Bergen County has saw an increase in prices of 13%. Yes, 13% price increase in Bergen County. Now keep in mind that didn't affect every town. Not every town saw huge increases like that. So say towns like Fair Lawn, Midland Park, Waldwick, Hasbrook Heights, Woodridge, those towns saw a really huge increase, ranging from 7% all the way up to 23% in price increase. Even here in Mahwah, where I live, we've had an increase of 12% year over year. So it's been pretty insane. But now you do have the other towns that have the higher priced homes where it didn't move that much, or they actually saw a decrease in prices because, you know, those higher priced homes, the luxury market, you know, and it's been this way for the past several years, those houses really, it takes a long time for those houses to sell, obviously because of the price point. So what is 2021 going to look like in real estate? Are we going to have a crash? I mean, oh my God, you look on the internet or you look on the news, everyone's saying, oh my God, the real estate market's going to crash. Is it going to crash? Are we going to have another 2008? Well, my friends, based on the information that I've gotten in my research, I think we're still going to see a little bit of 2020 roll into 2021. And I'm going to go into that. So several times a year, I actually attend seminars. Well, this year it's been webinars of housing market updates from this company called the Auto Valuation Group. And they're a pretty reputable company here in New Jersey, and they provide these webinars or seminars to realtors to talk about the forecast of the New Jersey real estate market. And they've been pretty spot on, and I rely on them a lot because I'm always keeping my finger on the pulse on the market. Everybody knows that about me. I'm always watching it, and I do rely on these guys a lot, and they've been pretty on the mark. The information that I'm giving you is from data from this company, the Auto Valuation Group. Let's start with the buyers. Okay, is 2021 going to be your year to finally buy a house? Well, I'm not gonna lie, you're probably gonna be still frustrated going into 2021. But now with the arrival of the vaccine, the COVID vaccine, it's been forecasted that we could see an increase in supply. Now that the vaccine is in place, people are going to feel safer to put their house on the market and to allow people to come into their homes. I mean, we've been using safety precautions since May. When it comes to open houses and showing homes. But people were still, they're holding back. They still weren't 100% comfortable with that, and that's, understandable. But now that there's a vaccine that's coming into play, they're thinking now more people are going to want to put their houses on the market. So we should see an increase in supply sometime after the first quarter. Now the home prices will probably increase, but at a much slower pace. Since you obviously we talk about supply and demand. So as we get more supply, prices will start to still increase, but not as crazy as we saw this year. Another thing we should expect to see is the urban flight is predicted to slow down. So as the New York City economy opens back up, which right now it's not looking like till maybe sometime in the second quarter, we're gonna see things open up in Manhattan. When that opens up, you're going to start to see the urban flight slow down a bit. So that's good news for you buyers, because those city dwellers will be pulled out of that buyer pool. So less competition for you. Another great thing for you buyers, interest rates are still going to remain low, at least up until the first half of 2021. I think it's going to go into the rest of the year of 2021. I think we're going to see these rates remain low. I could be wrong. Look, I'm not a psychic, but from what I've been reading, they're looking into like 2022, these rates are going to stay. They're probably going to stay pretty low, which is great. Now I want to give you some advice. I'm going to give buyers some advice here. If there's one piece of advice I can give you is to please, when you're making an offer on a house, do your homework on that house. Make sure that you're not overpaying for it. I hate to say it, but there could be some sellers out there that are still trying to take advantage of this market, and they could overprice the house. And don't feel desperate like, oh my God, I have to buy this, or you're gonna overbid on a house because you have to get it, you wanna beat the competition. Work closely with your realtor and make sure that you are paying the right price for it. You don't wanna overpay. Trust me, you're gonna pay it, and then down the road, you're gonna look back and say, oh my God, I overpaid for this house. So do your homework, research the comps and research the towns, and see exactly where the prices are falling in those towns. For those of you who are thinking about selling in 2021, still a great time to do it. We still have the millennial buyer pool out there. They're still out there as first-time buyers looking for a house, and the interest rates are still low. So you're still in a good position to sell your house and to make a decent amount of money on it, But as I'm advising the buyers, I'm advising the sellers, do not overprice your house. As I'm telling the buyers, don't overpay, don't overprice it. Don't take advantage, okay? Some sellers are thinking, I'm gonna price my house way up here because anybody's gonna pay this price. Well, no. People are gonna be doing their homework, and if you overprice your house, buyers are gonna catch on to that, and you're not gonna get offers right away. Trust your realtor. When you talk to your realtor about pricing your house, price it right. Because I will guarantee you, you price that house right, you are going to get asking price, or it could go slightly over asking. So just trust your realtor on this one. Just make sure you price it according to the current market. Well, that's the information I have for you today about the 2021 real estate market. I don't have a crystal ball. I'm not psychic, but I'm just sharing information based on my research and what I've been observing. So I hope you found this information valuable. And if you would like to take advantage and you're thinking now's the time you want to buy, you want to sell, please feel free to reach out to me. I am always happy to help. My contact information is down below. You know how to get me, call, text, email. So feel free to reach out. I'm happy to help you. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you found this valuable. I am Jackie Baker with Coldwell Banker Realty, and I will see you next time.